Hey everybody, welcome back to Quali-Tea time. Sorry there wasn't an update last week, but my sleep schedule is everywhere and things just sort of got out of hand a little bit there. Sorry. I am increasingly snowballing down a hill after after the wave the last couple of months pretty much. Apologies for that, but we are going to get back onto track a little bit more. So for example, we actually had a video yesterday, which was an episode of Edgington. I do have another one already filmed and ready to be edited for next week as well, so yay! Videos are coming back. Steadily, slowly, but they are coming back. Yay. Next piece of news is a little bit of the update on the mouse. As I mentioned last time around, my mouse died. Well, it didn't so much die as got stuck in a rut and wouldn't stop, so yeah. So consequently, thanks to some very generous donations, I managed to grab some brand new RAM, so we're up to 24 gigs on Elemental right now. He should be at 32, but I still don't know which chip it is that isn't working. And the mouse is now this rather lovely Roccat Tyon R3. Not remotely like the most expensive one you can find, but programmable, multi-button, suits me just fine. One of these days I would love to at least try out an orb weaver, I think Razer calls it, which is an interestingly shaped mouse to say the least. Unfortunately it's named after a spider, but that's just sort of the way that gaming peripherals go, I'm afraid. It's named after poisonous snakes, spiders, various large reptiles, the occasional mountain cat. Gamers are weird when it comes to peripherals. The thing you've been waiting to see, no doubt, is the footage from my Creator Day trip down to London. So, once again, this happened with the World of Madness guys and Mikachi, who is not a guy as far as I know, and we went down to London for the day, and I was incredibly sleep deprived by the time I got there, and even more so by the time I got back. So I apologize for the shockiness of this footage that you're about to see, but otherwise, have at, enjoy. Saturday, July 22nd, we all trekked down to London, starting up pretty much at the dead of night, to see the YouTube creator space in London who were having a wonderful little creator day. There was a lot more people here than I was remotely expecting to see, and oh boy, did it get noisy and loud and incredibly cacophonous, but that's not great for me. But we also had a bunch of breakout sessions that told people some very interesting ideas on how to handle your YouTube channel, how to manage it, how to grow it and improve it, and all sorts of things, but we weren't allowed to film those because not everyone likes to be caught on camera. Makes sense, I understand that, but the place was just huge and amazing and full of complete and total nerdery, and we had a lot of fun. And I only had this camera for like a few hours before I started shooting, so hopefully this turns out nicely. But other than that, we also had this lovely event, so brace your ears. This one gets pretty loud.
Of course I'm filming this, it'll make me famous. How is so little happening right now? There we go. We got something.
It'll print out eventually.
Say hi to the internet.
I'm gonna record it.
Ready as a lullaby.
hope you all enjoyed that little diversion. Now, the other thing that you might have missed on the channel is that I originally I just had this thing as uploaded and unlisted so that I could show it off to people, so I could like say, okay, how does this look? Is it better than the preceding two I've shown you? But I released a VFX shot test that I'm currently mostly just tinkering with stuff. I've like in my downtime, more or less, whilst I'm AFK farming or something, I will just tinker around in After Effects for the most part. And this was one of my most recent things, and I was quite proud of it. So I figured I would toss that out into the winds and see what people thought. So that is listed as VFX test free because there were two preceding iterations of that exact effect, and it's a little bit out of my wheelhouse, this kind of stuff. I don't generally tend to do VFX work on the channel. Of course, I'm a gaming channel, so that makes a fair bit of sense. A gaming channel who does live stream programming, but nonetheless. But yeah, let me know what you think. I might do more of these. I might even, like, branch out slightly into doing VFX tutorials, because there's only so many ways that you can show off the same Call of Duty airstrike or whatever, and you can really make things pop a bit better for your channels of your own and whatnot if you know a little bit of VFX knowledge. Let me know. Is that an idea you would be interested in? Might trial it anyways, but we'll see. Other than that though, on to the schedule. On Thursday it's an installment of Midnight Souls 11 PM BST over twitch.tv/lyinginbedmon. We don't have a boss to kill, but we're probably going to hurt all the same. On Friday it's an episode of Dungeon Maker as we have a nice little build over at Spawn. On Saturday it's either Dungeons and Dragon Hats at twitch.tv/thedragonhat, or it's more of the coaster at twitch.tv/lyinginbadmon from 9 PM BST. Keep an ear out. Lastly for the week, on Tuesday, it's an episode of Edgington, which is not about a controversial subject, and also we have Yogdorf's live number, who knows anymore, at 9 PM BST or at twitch.tv/lyinginbedmon. Okay, onto the questions. So, as always, these are drawn from the comments section of the preceding video. If you have anything you'd like to ask me, and possibly Tutoro over here, drop it in the comments down below, and we'll see if it gets answered. Our first question of the week comes from the reliable Gavin Jeffries. So, what do you think about the 13th Doctor for Doctor Who, which is Jodie Whittaker? I am excited. I know that she's being initially written by Stephen Moffat, who has a history of being terrible at writing, well, damn near anything, but women especially. So I hope that her introduction is not marred by that. But after that, she is free of Moffat. We got a new writer in, so I enjoyed a fair portion of this last Doctor Who season, most notably the episodes where Moffat had the least control. Hopefully it just goes up and up. I'm very, very curious to see how they do with this first female Doctor Who. Maybe down the line we'll have our first black Doctor Who, or any other combination thereof. A trans, well, I suppose technically speaking, Doctor Who is definitely trans now. But, yeah, I could rattle on for hours about the flaws of that finale that Moffat wrote. But, I'm very excited to see David Bradley as William Hartnell's first Doctor. That's going to be interesting. But yeah, I am definitely very in support of Jodie Whittaker, and I wish her all the best. Next up, we have AI13, who asks, is there a vampire lying? If there is, and it's an infinite multiverse, so the odds are fairly decent there's at least one, we haven't encountered them yet. We have met Ignalane, and we've actually met Ignalane twice, so... but we haven't seen a vampire lying just yet. Last question of the day comes from Adnara Stormcloud. Will there ever be a lying with children? I mean, hopefully this one will have kids at some point in his life, but I'm not gonna say no. I don't see a reason why there couldn't be. It just sort of happens that most of the lyings that we've met so far have been living it up in the bachelor lifestyle, because they tend to be explorers, they tend to be settling into new areas for whatever reason, so... it can happen, it just hasn't happened yet. And that's it for now, so hope you've all enjoyed. Bye bye. And I shall catch you all